Are they invited to the bachelor party?
Bachelor party, man. How do you even know there's a bachelor party coming?
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's love story just keeps leveling up like it's the NFL playoffs and the Grammys rolled into one. First up, insiders say the couple is planning to stay I Do in Rhode Island, with Taylor's seaside palace getting wedding-ready renovations. And then, Travis admits he hasn't nailed down bachelor party plans, proving even NFL stars can procrastinate like college kids before finals. Next, he's sweating the seating chart, laying down rules that could make or break family peace. Meanwhile, Taylor is spelling out her TNT romance through intentionally chosen jewelry that fans are decoding like it's a Swiftie scavenger hunt. Add Travis's heartfelt proposal advice to the mix and top it off with whispers she's locked in for the Super Bowl halftime show.
We would always love to have Taylor play. She is a special talent, and obviously...
The fairy tale romance between Taylor and Travis is about to hit the ultimate chapter, wedding bells. And not just anywhere, nope. Insiders are buzzing that the two are eyeing Rhode Island for the big I Do. Why Rhode Island, you ask? Well, Taylor just so happens to own a $17.5 million seaside palace there, and she's got it under serious renovation right now. New bedroom wing, extra bathrooms, kitchen upgrade, the works. It's like the house itself is prepping for a wedding guest list that could rival the Met Gala. Word on the street is that the lovebirds aren't dragging their feet either. Apparently, Taylor's ready to lock this down next summer because, yep, she's eager to start the whole kids chapter ASAP. And while locals sometimes gripe about mega celebrity weddings, Rhode Island's governor is practically begging them to keep it local. The man even slid into the couple's social media announcement with a nudge about how his state has the best wedding venues. Subtle? Not really. Taylor's Watch Hill mansion isn't just a pretty backdrop either. Fans know it as the scene of her legendary 4th of July blowouts. You know, where A-listers frolic by the pool, and Kelce himself has already been spotted hanging out with Patrick Mahomes, beer in hand. She even wove the house into the last great American dynasty, which makes sense since the previous owner literally used to pour champagne into the pool. Talk about setting a high bar for party planning. And speaking of high bars for party planning, Travis Kelce is already facing the million-dollar question. What about the bachelor party? Turns out he hasn't even thought about it. Not once. His brother Jason tried to grill him on the podcast, half joking about sneaking producers onto the guest list, but Travis was basically like, bachelor party? What bachelor party?
All these things. There is a very important question that Jake and Brandon required me to ask on this show, which is, are they invited to the bachelor party?
Bachelor party, man. How do you even know there's a bachelor party coming, you know?
I don't. I'm just asking this question on behalf of Jake and Brandon.
I haven't thought about it 1 second.
Yeah.
The guy's so wrapped up in the engagement glow that he forgot the tradition of doing tequila shots off neon straws in Vegas even exists. But honestly, who can blame him? The internet practically broke when he popped the question, and Travis is still riding that wave. He admitted scrolling through the chaos has been a blast, especially when random X accounts, are memeing him into oblivion. One city's official page even clowned him as just a local man with a fiancé, and instead of being salty, he was loving it. Imagine being roasted by your own hometown and framing it like a compliment. That's Travis energy in a nutshell.
It's been so much fun hearing from everybody, seeing the internet go crazy.
Yeah.
Cleveland Twitter page, the city of Cleveland, at City of Cleveland, put up their local man and his new fiance stun in engagement pictures. I thought that was absolutely
That's a great.
hilarious.
And then there was the stadium incident. He and Taylor hit up Arrowhead to catch his old college squad, and everything was going smoothly until they realized they'd been chugging non-alcoholic beer all night. Yep, the great NFL tight end and his pop icon fiance living it up on O'Doul's. Taylor apparently broke the news, and you just know Jason won't let his brother live that down. Forget bachelor party planning, the jokes write themselves.
I got a very embarrassing story from last night about beer. I'm drinking beer. I'm not really hammering them. I'm just kind of putting, one a back every, 30 minutes or something. Just kind of enjoying beers last night. I think it was third quarter. I find out that I've been drinking non-alcoholic beer the entire game.
Who was the person that tapped in the shoulders and, hey, just so you know?
Taylor.
Oh, no shit.
Because she said Travis had just been doing the same thing.
Travis says the real magic, though, has been introducing Taylor as his fiancée to teammates. That word still makes him giddy, like a high school kid who just scored a prom date with a head cheerleader. He keeps repeating it like he's testing how it sounds in different scenarios. Fiancé at dinner, fiancé at practice, fiancé on the Jumbotron. Travis is now on to the next big stress test of wedding planning, the dreaded seating chart. Forget blitzing linebackers, nothing is scarier than figuring out who sits next to Aunt Carol without sparking a family feud. On the podcast, Jason tried fishing for details about whether their podcast crew would score invites, and Travis basically admitted he's already sweating over reception logistics. His logic? If guests can vibe at the same table, he'd rather just cut them from the list. Savage, but honestly, kinda genius. Better to ghost a cousin than risk a dance floor fistfight over the chicken entree.
All these things. There is a very important question that Jake and Brandon required me to ask on this show, which is, are they invited to the bachelor party?
Bachelor party, man. How do you even know there's a bachelor party coming, you know?
I don't. I'm just asking this question on behalf of Jake and Brandon.
I haven't thought about it 1 second.
Yeah.
Insiders say the couple's been riding that engagement high, celebrating with close friends and fam, and scrolling through all the love pouring in online. And speaking of savage but genius moves, let's talk about Taylor's new favorite flex, telling her love story through jewelry. Forget screaming from rooftops, this woman lets her diamonds do the talking. When Travis got down on one knee, he didn't just whip out a random rock from a big-name jeweler. He went rogue and tapped Kindred Lubeck of Artifacts Fine Jewelry, an indie New York brand that probably never expected to be thrust under a global spotlight. Within 24 hours of that We're Engaged Instagram drop, Kindred's follower count went from cozy to chaotic, ballooning by hundreds of thousands. Talk about overnight success, she probably needed an extra phone charger just to keep up with the notifications.
Hello, my name is Kindred Lubeck. I'm 30 years old. I started making jewelry in the summer of 2019. I was 25. I believe that if someone says you can't do something, you should prove them 110% wrong. I think that if one door closes, you should kick the next one down. I think that if you have a dream, you should never, ever quit. To those of you who've been with me since day one, thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so, so much. And to those of you who are new.
Now, the experts are all clutching their magnifying glasses, debating whether the ring's worth $750,000 or a cool $1.5 million. Meanwhile, Travis is just chilling like, yeah, it's priceless because my girl said yes. Classic Kelce. But the real story isn't just the size of the bling, it's the fact Taylor went with a jeweler who fits her vibe. Intentional, artsy, and way more personal than rolling into Cartier like it's Costco. See, Taylor's always had a thing for jewelry that doubles as Easter eggs. She's been spotted rocking independent female-led brands ever since Kelce came on the scene. Bracelets, earrings, necklaces that whisper TNT without screaming it like a Times Square billboard. Fans have tracked everything from a ruby heart earring at the Super Bowl to a diamond tennis bracelet designed with Michelle Wie West, all feeding into this love-drunk jewelry narrative. It's like her own sparkly version of Romeo and Juliet, minus the tragic ending, plus a lot more touchdowns. Her stylist's been stacking these delicate, layerable pieces for years, but now they're practically canon in the Swift Kelce cinematic universe. The T-charm necklace, the TNT friendship bracelet, even the sneaky thigh-high chain turned necklace, each piece adds another chapter. And while her red carpet jewels scream Queen of the Grammys, her everyday jewelry whispers girlfriend, fiancé, soulmate. Now Travis is giving free masterclasses on how to pop the big question without totally blowing it. On his podcast, he basically told dudes everywhere, chill. It's not about copying someone else's viral proposal, it's about knowing your person. Translation? Don't go renting a flash mob of synchronized dolphins if your girl just wants pizza on the couch and a ring in the cheese bread. He admitted scrolling through other people's proposals might give you ideas, but at the end of the day, if you don't know your gal, you're toast. Honestly, that's the kind of hallmark wisdom that makes Jason sit here like a proud older brother / wedding hype man. He even confessed that pulling it off in his backyard with a floral backdrop was peak romance for him. Forget Eiffel Tower cliches. Kelce's like, nope, let me set up some flowers behind the grill, boom, fiancé secured. And he's still grinning like a kid who just found out prom night comes with unlimited mozzarella sticks. He said introducing Taylor as his fiancé to his old teammates at a Bearcats game was pretty cool. Pretty cool? Buddy, you had the most famous pop star on earth in Cincinnati. Pretty cool is the understatement of the century. And let's not forget, Travis didn't just stumble into this. Long before Taylor was screaming, let's fucking go, from his suite, he was publicly thirsting over her on podcasts, passing around friendship bracelets like they were Wonka golden tickets. At one point, his own teammate literally exposed him by blurting out Taylor was his celeb crush, and Travis gave the mustache twirl like, yeah, you caught me. Smooth, Trav, real smooth. Fast forward and Taylor admits she thought it was metal as hell when he basically put her on blast. Not exactly the Romeo she wrote about in 2008, but apparently persistence, podcasts, and a little public embarrassment work better than Shakespearean sonnets. And speaking of persistence paying off, the NFL might as well just hand over the Super Bowl stage now, because Taylor is basically the halftime show's final boss. Sure, the commissioner tried his best to pull a poker face when asked about it, but the man looked like he was holding a pair of twos while pretending he had a royal flush. He gave a coy little maybe, tossed in a dad joke about calling Jay-Z, and boom, the internet instantly translated that into, yup, it's happening. Honestly, the only people not convinced are the same ones still debating if the earth is flat.
She would be welcome at any time.
Is it in the works?
I can't tell you anything about that.
Is it a maybe?
It's a maybe.
Think about it. The NFL doesn't even pay halftime performers because the publicity is supposed to be payment enough. Most artists take the deal, but Taylor just wrapped a $2 billion tour, so exposure isn't exactly something she's begging for. If she's doing this gig, you know she's asking for something wild in return. Maybe exclusive rights to sell friendship bracelets in every stadium, or her cat Olivia getting honorary mascot status. Either way, no one is better at turning a performance into a billion-dollar marketing move than Taylor Swift. And let's not forget the timing. Her new album, The Life of a Showgirl, is set to drop in October, and the NFL loves nothing more than hijacking the news cycle. Announcing her as the headliner right before release? That's not synergy, that's villain-level PR chess. Swifties will break the internet, ESPN will run nothing but Taylor coverage, and somewhere Adam Silver will be crying into his NBA season opener. Plus, the optics are unbeatable. Taylor walks out at halftime, performs a medley that doubles as an album teaser, and suddenly the Super Bowl isn't just the biggest game of the year, it's the Taylor Swift concert with some football sprinkled in. Advertisers? Frothing. Ticket scalpers? Ecstatic. The Chiefs? Probably hoping they're the ones in the game so Kelce can wave from the sidelines like the proud halftime husband. That's all for this video, folks. We'll see you next time.